Hi, welcome to this next edition of eLearning. My name is Kirsten Jaster. I am a middle school science teacher, and I have a sixth grade daughter and a sophomore at the high school here at New Albany. So I feel like I kind of live in both worlds of the educator and then also the parent helping, uh, well, be an at-home teacher to my own children. I wanted to talk today about Schoology. I'm on my iPad because this is actually a little easier for me to videotape myself for you. However, you can get to Schoology via mynapples.us or to our napples.us website as a parent. For students, there are two versions. When you use Schoology, you're going to get the full web version. However, we have an iPad version or an app version on our iPads. If I click the button S, Schoology, you're going to get our or app version. And the app version is great for most things I'm going to show you, but it's a little limiting when it comes to some of our special things that we like to do in Schoology. So during e-learning, we're recommending kids go to the full web version. I'll show you how you know the difference. If you look on my menu board here, I only have a few options as a teacher: materials, updates, gradebook, attendance, and members. When your child goes to ClassLink, which is our preferred method of using Schoology, I'll open up the same class period again. You're going to see that my options have just exploded. Basically, the app version, like most apps, are designed for more straightforward use of the program. However, going through ClassLink is the preferred method currently for e-learning because it's a much more robust option choice for children. And as a parent, you're inherently going to be using the web browser version when you log in through MyNapple. So you'll be seeing more of this glossy version. We'll start with what is Schoology? Schoology is what's called an LMS. It's known as a learning management system. There are many companies out there that offer these services to schools for a fee. We have chosen Schoology, and we're getting really good at it now thanks to the e-learning. We have created a new course in the middle school called the Eagle Eye, and if you are a parent of Schoology or you're connected to your child's account, you too have this menu option. And this is our school kind of course. This is where our updates get put on by Mrs. LeBeau and Mrs. Peterson. Updates are kind of interesting. Updates are where we kind of have like, oh, for lack of a better word, a Facebook post of types. We can post daily stuff. This is where a lot of teachers are doing a daily post, a daily video of saying hi, what to do today, instead of bogging you down with your email. So post updates are like a post. It's a great way for us to communicate quickly to our students. Materials, you'll see I just clicked here. These are whatever materials the teacher has available for those students to use. Over here on the right-hand side, there'll be assignments or upcoming due dates. This is very helpful for your students when they're in a course. Of course, Mrs. LeBeau and Mrs. Peterson don't have any homework due for your child, so you're not going to see anything under there, but they might post if there's a special event happening. And special note for parents, if you go up underneath your name, and go to settings. This is a nice place to start when you just get into Schoology. Under notifications, you can set up when and how you want to receive updates. If you want it to email you anytime there's an update in a course, or you can turn that off so you have some control over how the communication gets pushed to you. Go back to my courses for just a minute, and you're going to see that I'm a teacher, so I have lots of courses that I'm involved in. If it's okay, I'm going to go ahead and pick my first period science just to kind of give you a sample of a layout of classrooms. Every teacher, I know has their own fit and flair to how they use their Schoology account, but for the most part, materials is where we list our work, the PDFs, the worksheets, the notes, the PowerPoints, the things we want our kids to look at. Most teachers are organizing right now with e-learning folders. So for example, I have my Jaster week 3 and 4 from last week. I try to post a to-do list at the top. The kids would open it and they would see what they need to work on, and then the work that they need to do is also embedded in there. So this is a starting point for children to start their week and to organize themselves. The other thing that we have in here for students, let me view this course as a student real quick. I hope Lauren doesn't mind. I'm just going to show you what it looks like on her end. At the very top here, we have a calendar view, and we have over here a to-do list for science. So you're going to see what she has due this week. So it's the kids have a quick snapshot of what's going on this week and when these items are due. And then this calendar view is pretty cool. So if you click on that, we can look and see her work that she has due, or this is just for science. I obviously don't have access to her full account, so I can't see all of the different courses she has, but calendar view will let you see all of the teacher's work that she's enrolled in. I will be honest, it usually posts the due date. So it doesn't say, Lauren, work Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday on these items, but that is the due date for that assignment. So that is a way for her to organize. So the big question, I think, as a parent is, how do I help my child get through e-learning? How do we help our motivate our children to work independently, and how do they organize their day-to-day work? That's the $1,000,000 question, isn't it? And it's going to be probably different for every learner. And we know that as teachers, because when we work with your kids every day, we know that each one of them is a unique learner and they need unique things that fit them. So here are some options to how do you help organize a child through e-learning. First, you're going to notice here that I've got this calendar view. For some kids, that's all they need. They can kind of manage on their own. They can go to week or to day or to month. For my daughter, I have a sixth grader. This is a little overwhelming for her, having to navigate through all of her different courses. So what I do is we make a weekly meeting on Monday. I usually have a mid-morning break around 10:30. I take a short break for another cup of coffee, and we go old school. I actually get out, make her make a grid, and I help her right now. My goal is to get her to fill it out, but she makes the grid and then she reads to me each assignment and what she's doing for the week. And then we decide, either the teacher tells us what day it should be worked on, or she has some flexibility and we decide what day she should work on things. So for my daughter, it just takes 10-15 minutes. I sit down with her and we kind of make our to-do list. And then she sees it and she kind of does get a little overwhelmed, which I get. It's a lot. So we actually fold the paper and she only sees Monday, and then she likes to check things off as she goes. Now, there are digital versions of this. Your teachers are willing to create these with your child. We can do virtual meetings on Monday and help your child craft these. Just reach out to one of us. We are here to help. There's also online versions of checklists and to-do lists, but I find that it's very helpful to train to help her have a skill to help get her mind into, what do I have to do today, what's due tomorrow, what's the big picture, and not feel so overwhelmed. So I just wanted to put out there that sometimes paper pencil versions work just as well or just as easily. And again, you'll notice we have updates in science, just like all teachers. Some of us are using this instead of emailing every day. But I hope some of these little tricks will help you help your student navigate this new world of e-learning. And it's temporary. We're going to make it through. We just have to find what works well right now for your learner. Thank you very much.